So, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Sunshine Way. I'm your lovely host, Chiya. As y'all seen, I just finished my breakfast. What I didn't show was while I was eating my breakfast, I was on my first mini of them all meetings of the day. We had grade level meeting today. I got on the 7th grade level meeting. I am a special education teacher, but me and the other teachers in the special ed department, we just kind of like break grade levels up. So I did 7th grade and I ate my breakfast. So now I'm about to bring y'all to the second portion of this video of like what I do to prepare for the week. So I wanted to do it more like blog style instead of like coming down and like having just like giving y'all a list of things I do, but kind of walk y'all through and show y'all what I do to prepare myself for the next week. I typically try to do it on Fridays, but sometimes I end up doing it Monday morning. I try my hardest not to work on weekends. Saturday and Sunday is family day, relax day, so I either do it on Friday during our virtual Fridays, because Fridays are virtual for us right now, or I do it on Monday morning when I get to work and kind of just plan my week out. So let's get right into this video, show y'all how do I prepare for my week at school, and how you could prepare for your week. So let's get into the video. Oh, my camera's shaking. If we're being completely honest, who like is on top of everything and organized all the time? Very few of us. But on a good week, a real good week, I am very organized and I have my life very together. So the first thing, let's get into this first thing that I do. The thing that I do is open up my planner to the correct date. It is December and the next week is December 7th. So what I do is just open it up to my brand new week. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off pretty simple. I'm looking at one of my classes for next week. So this is what we're teaching for next week. We're focusing on functions F.3. So I'm looking at what do I have to teach or co-teach, because I'm in an inclusion class. What do I have to co-teach for this next week? Once I take a look at my schedule for this class, I'm not going to go through all my classes for the purpose of this video because it's going to be extra long. But once I look at the material, this is the packet of like all the assignments and things that we're going to be working on this week. So after I take a look at that, I go into my planner and I just write down some notes, some quick notes from this. So for example, we have a quiz on Monday. For Tuesday, we're going to work on slope table in escape room. This is so that I won't forget, like, oh, that's what we're working on today. So that if there's any extra preparation that I need to do the night before or 2 days before or whatever, I'm like, okay, get my mind straight to teach this, to make sure I know how I want to explain it to the students, how I want to teach it to the students, and how I want to get the students to critically think about things. So I'm writing all these things down so I know ahead of time and I won't forget about them. So Wednesday is linear versus nonlinear, and you don't have to write a whole like note out, but just jot down just a line or two, just so you kind of know, like, okay, this is what's going on, this is what we're doing. And then on Thursday we have our second quiz, which is going to be for linear versus nonlinear, which means when the kids finish their quiz on Monday, my job is to go ahead and start trying to put that linear versus nonlinear in their minds so that they'll have more time to think about it before the quiz on Thursday. And for Friday, it is makeup work. Perfect. Now let's move to our next thing. So our next thing that we're going to look at is this notebook. So in this notebook, I talk about my notebooks all the time. In this notebook, I'm just basically jotting down things when I'm in meetings or when I'm talking to someone and they say, hey, you need to work on this, or oh, we have to do this for this child. This child just got a referral. This child is due for a re-eval. I'm going to do a educational evaluation or a psychological evaluation. So I just jot down different things in here so that I know. So what I'm going to do is just look through here to see if I have anything that kind of sticks out that I need to write down. Okay, and so like the only thing that I'm really truly seeing from my last couple notes is I need to send an email, which I can do today, but just in case I don't have time or I forget, I'm going to write it on my Monday. It's send email to EC department. And I need to send them an email about a training that I was in. So I'm going to put about training. Right? So that way I won't forget. If I don't get to it today or I forget today, Monday when I look at my planner, I'll know, okay, let me type up this email right quick to send to them about that. Then the next thing that I'm going to do, which I can't show y'all in complete detail, but I've talked about it so many times. So too many times. And that is my Hefty Defty calendar. So this calendar comes from Dollar Tree. So don't even be thinking I'm doing something real big here. But this is just a basic calendar for the year, and I use it for all of my special education things. So I have all my students written down, when their reevaluations are due, their annuals are due, and all that type of stuff, right? So that I can plan ahead, because when it comes to doing IEP meetings, you kind of got to know like 2 months before it happened that it's happening. And a lot of times you get like those surprises where it's like, oh snap, we got a meeting, or oh snap, like this child needs this done immediately. So then you kind of got to pump the brakes and do all these different types of things. And that's fine. But I'm looking at this calendar to see what I have for next week. And for next week, I have annual. It is that child's annual is due. Annual, which is where we just update their IEP, maybe update their goals, update their present levels, where do they stand, if we need to change their accommodations or anything like that. That is what we're working on. So I only have one child because for some reason last year December was full, but this year I have a very slow December when it comes to IEP meetings. So I just have that one child. So I'm going to write their name. Well, I don't write their name, but their initials right here. But I'm going to show y'all my planner later. So for the purpose of that, I'm not going to write their initials. But I'm going to write annual review IEP meeting. IEP meeting. Right? So now I know that this is a meeting that I have to do. So when I look at my schedule, I'm looking on Tuesday, but I know Monday I'm going to write finish annual for meeting tomorrow. That way Monday I can make sure that I'm prepared, clear any loose ends, because I already started working on hers, but just clearing up any loose ends, maybe changing some wording, I don't know, making sure I got everything for the meeting on Tuesday. I'll do that on Monday. I'm going to do is, so that's what I'll do. Check my calendar on my computer to see if I have any meetings for next week. And we always have a meeting on Friday, so I'm just going to put staff meeting. And then, another thing that I like to think about is, okay, I got a pretty light load this week, to be quite honest, especially since I just finished, well, tomorrow, Saturday, December 5th will be my last day of class, and when I turn in my final paper and my final exam. So I have a pretty light week, but when it comes to school, I try to get every single thing that I can done at school, because I just got married. I have a new family, and so like I'm just trying to really enjoy my life. So I'm really not trying to bog myself down with doing work like I did last year and be working into 8 at night on IEPs and stuff like that. Like, I'm not trying to do that, but that's the reality of being an EC teacher sometimes. So I try to do everything at school. So something that I know that I should and need to work on, that I'm going to put on Wednesday because I have nothing else there, is work on progress reports. So this is something that you do once you write out everything that you need to get done at work, that like has to be done, that has a due date or something like that. Then go back and just fill in spots where it's like, okay, I'm going to have my planning free on Wednesday. So instead of like just sitting there or lollygagging around, like put something there that you don't mind doing right there. So I'm working on progress reports. So Wednesday I will be working on progress reports, which is something else we do as far as like paperwork, and we just tell how the students are doing on their goals, what have they done to work towards their goals, yada yada this, yada yada that. So Wednesday I will be doing that. If I don't finish, Thursday I will work on progress reports again. And then last but not least, something that I do every Friday is update my student contact log. Well, it's called service log for EC teachers, which is how are we serving the students, whether they're virtual or in person, like what are we doing to serve them. So updating my service log. And that's pretty much all for the week. This is how we're looking. Now, mind you, I have 6 classes, so like the assignments that I put on each day, there's going to be one for each class of what I can do to help my co-teacher out. And don't think that my load, honestly, this is a light load for me. Usually I'm way busier than that, to be honest, but thankfully it has been a rough half of semester and half of the school year, and I'm getting a little breather before we go out for Christmas break. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all how to prepare, because to be honest, at the beginning of the year in January 2020 has been rough. We're all going to want to like get our lives together and do what we got to do. So this is a good thing to do when it comes to being a teacher and being a special education teacher, is kind of like preparing for your week. And no, we're not perfect. No, we will not always be organized or any of that. I don't even know if this camera on my face at this point. But anyways, we're not going to always be organized. We're not going to always be on top of things. But we can be proactive in trying to be that person. You get what I'm saying? So definitely that's something that we all should think about for the new year, because 2021, I know it's going to be a good year because everybody going to be trying to step out, because 2020 was something else. So yeah. And you have made it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed my little morning routine. I hope you enjoyed what else? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my morning routine, and I hope you enjoyed how I prepare for my week, and I hope that it was helpful to someone. And yeah, so if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the notification bell so you can be notified every time you go upload. And remember, be humble, be inspiring, be kind, y'all, and don't forget to shine. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.